Good morning, ninth class students. In previous class, in lesson 5, diversity in living organisms, I explained about variations in plants. Already I explained about diversity. Diversity means differences. And also I explained about variations. Variations means differences in very closely related species. If you will observe, we can find out diversity seen in all living organisms in our nature. If you will observe in plants, we can find out a great diversity. If you will observe in animals, we find a great diversity. And if you will observe in microorganisms also, we can find out a great diversity. This great diversity helps to understand the living organisms very easily. In the previous class, I explained about some variations in plants. In this class, I will explain about variations in animals. All of you open 53 page. Already I explained the activity 4. Now I will explain about monocots and dicots, very important in the exam point of view. Write the comparative study on monocot and dicot. Do you know, children? Monocot means the plant seeds which have single cotyledon is known as monocot. Dicot means the plants which have two cotyledons, the seeds which have two cotyledons is known as dicot. Monocots have parallel venation. Dicots have reticulate venation. Monocots have fibrous root system. Dicots have tap root system. For example, if you will observe, this is the leaf of paddy. If you will observe in this leaf, we can find out parallel venation. If you will observe a leaf like mango or sapota, we can find out reticulate venation. The paddy plants which belongs to monocots have fibrous root system. Plants like mango, neem have like taproot system. So these three are the differences between monocot and dicot. Once again I repeat the differences between monocot and dicot. Monocots have single cotyledon. The seeds of monocots have single cotyledon. The seeds of dicots have two cotyledons or seed leaves. If you will observe during germination, like this, two cotyledons will be separated in a dicot. We can find out two seed leaves, that is called dicot. If you will observe in paddy, we can find out only single cotyledons like this, single cotyledon. So, and monocots have parallel venation. Leaves of monocots have parallel venation and the leaves of dicots have reticulate venation. The root system, if you will observe root system, the monocots have fibrous root system and the dicots have taproot system. Examples of monocots are paddy, zoar, wheat, etc. Examples of dicot are neem, tamarind and mango, etc. These are the differences between monocots and dicots. Now I will explain about variations in animals. All of you open your page number 54. Open your NS textbook and open page number 54. In that we can find out first table, serial number, name of the insect, number of legs, number of wings, color, shape, size, body parts, other characters. So you have to write serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and you have to write some insects names your wish, that is cockroach, housefly, mosquito, butterfly, grasshopper, etc. Name of the legs, how many legs they have, name of the number of legs, how many legs they have, number of wings, how many wings they have, color, what is the color of their body, shape, how it looks like, size, how much it will be, body part, is there any segments or lines in their body, you have to write, other characters. Next, activity 6, variations in human beings. Variations means changes within closely related species. Name of the student, write your friend names or your family number names. Height, you have to write the height of the person. Weight, how much weight that person will be. Length of forefinger, this is forefinger, how much length will be. Thumb impression, palm, palm means arichaya. What is the length of palm and what is the width of palm and what is the length of palm, you have to write. What is the use of, with the help of these two tables, we can understand no two organisms looks like same. Keep it in mind children, no two organisms looks like same. Even twins also we can find out so many variations. That is called diversity. That is called diversity. No two insects looks like same and no two human beings are looks like same. Now variations in plants. For this you have to take two neem trees, rendu vapa chettulu, and find out the characters present in that these two trees. Name one plant, name plant two. Length of the stem, number of leaves, size, shape of the leaves, color of the leaves, margin and venation. Venation means veins. If you will observe in these tables, variations in plants, no, in these two plants, that is neem plant does not have a similar characters. We can find out variations in plants. Now, need of classification. Very important question in the exam point of view. What is the need of classification? I will explain about the definition of classification. If you will observe in your school, your class teacher or your subject teacher will classify the student according to their marks. Correct or not? If you will observe in this school, we can find out some sections. A plus, A, B, C like this. How they classified the people or the students into different sections with the merit, with the help of merit. If the students got good marks in the exam, they separated as and they divided as A plus students. So, if you will observe this classification, what is the definition of classification means? Grouping of organisms based on their similarities and dissimilarities. Similarities means polikalu, dissimilarities means differences. Grouping or dividing the organisms with their similarities and dissimilarities is known as classification. Very important definition. What is meant by classification? Grouping of organisms based on their similarities and dissimilarities is known as classification. What is the need of classification? Very important in the exam point of view. They ask for 4 marks question. Classification helps to give better knowledge. It will give better knowledge about organisms and study the organisms in a proper way. If you want to study the organisms, classification is very essential. This is helpful to study the living organisms or any group of organisms in a proper way. Make easy comparison. Comparison means how culture. If you will observe, two organisms can be compared very easily with the help of classification. If any two organisms, if you will observe any two organisms, we can compare them in a easy manner with the help of classification. Understand interdependence. Interdependence means which depends on others. This is helpful for how they depend on other. If you will observe in living organism, one organism is depend with other organism for which purpose? For food or shelter, for mating purpose. So this classification helps to interdependence, how they depend from one with other and why they depend on others can be revealed by the help of classification. And this classification also helpful to handle huge population. If you will observe, if you want to study in huge population, it is very difficult to study the huge population. If you classify the living organisms into groups, it is very easy to handle the population. That's why classification helps to handle the huge or large population in a easy manner. And also, it is also helps to describe about evolution. Classification also helps to know or helps to know about evolution. What is meant by evolution? Evolution means developmental change. Evolution means developmental change. If you will observe from lower organisms to higher organisms, we can find out a development. A development. This classification also helpful to understand about evolution in a easy manner. Now, classification and evolution. Classification of organisms also helpful for evolution. Evolution means developmental change. Now, first classification done by Charles Darwin. He wrote a book known as Origin of New Species in the year of 1859. He wrote a book known as Origin of Species and he explained natural selection. He discovered a theory that is called natural selection. According to this theory, nature only select which one is best and which one is not best. So, the nature which selected best ones can develop into new organism that leads to evolution, said by Charles Darwin. He described about origin of species. Origin of species, origin of new species. కొత్త జాతులు ఏర్పడాలంటే natural selection వల్ల జరుగుతుందని చెప్పాడు. What is meant by natural selection? Nature only select which one is best, which want to survive in the nature, which eliminate from the nature, described by nature, said by Charles Darwin. And next topic is study of classification. A scientist called A.D. Cheraka. A.D. Cheraka, he classified the plants with the help of their medical importance. With the help of their medical importance, he, A.D. Cheraka, classified the plants into different groups. Next, Parasar. He wrote a book known as Vriksha Ayurveda. He wrote a book known as Vriksha Ayurveda. Ayurveda means study of medicinal plants. And he also classified the land plants into different groups. First one is A.D. Cheraka. He classified the plants with the help of their medical importance. And Parasar, he wrote a book known as Vriksha Ayurveda and he classified the land plant. The plant which grown on land can be classified by Parasar. So, next scientist, Whittaker. He is the person who described 5 kingdom classification. He classified the total living organisms into 5 groups or 5 kingdoms. What they are? First one is Monera. Second one is Protista. Third one is Fungi. Fourth one is Plantae. And fifth one is Animalia. According to Whittaker, he is the famous person. His classification is accepted by all people till now. His classification, Whittaker classification, 5 kingdom classification, accepted by all people till now. He classified the living organisms into 5 kingdoms, that is Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia. If you will observe in Monera, we can find out lower organisms, and if you observe in Animalia, we can find out developed organisms. So if you will observe from Monera to Animalia, we can find out a complete evolution, a developmental change we can find out from Monera to Animalia. Monera, lower organisms, Animalia means higher organisms which developed characters. So this is the Whittaker classification. In the next class, I will explain about this 5 kingdom classification. This 5 kingdom classification once again. Now, Carolus Linnaeus. Carolus Linnaeus. He is the person who described binomial nomenclature. Carolus Linnaeus. He classified the living organisms into 2 kingdoms. Carolus Linnaeus classified means divided all the living organisms into 2 kingdoms, that is Plantae and Animalia. Plantae means plants, Animalia means animals. Plants means which have chlorophyll. They are green in color, no, they are plants. They are plant. And Animalia means animals which does not have chlorophyll. According to Carolus Linnaeus, he described two kingdom classification. One is Plantae and second one is Animalia. He also described binomial nomenclature. Bi means two, nomenclature means giving names. According to Carolus Linnaeus, every living organism have two names. One is genus and second one is species. One is common name and second one is scientific name. Now I will explain about binomial nomenclature with the help of a simple example. If you will observe the human being's scientific name is Homo sapiens. Here Homo means genus, sapiens means species. Every organ have two names. One is common name and the one is scientific name. If you will observe mango, the scientific name of mango is Mangifera indica. That is the scientific name and the common name is mango. If you will take neem tree is the name of neem tree is common name and Ajadracta indica is the scientific name of neem tree. So this is about binomial nomenclature. And also he classified the living organisms into kingdom to phylum, phylum to class, class to order, order to family, family to genus and genus to species. In the next class I will explain about some more examples and I will explain about Whittaker classification, most accepted classification till now, that is Whittaker 5 kingdom classification in the next class. Okay children, thank you.